Hyde House. And they had a picture of our logo up on the marquee. And you can see the ladders from the fire trucks and shit. It was publicity. It was big publicity for the band.
I tell you what, man. When we submit the, I'll put this on pause for a second.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. You want to tell me about it now?
That's the one you want to. Well, what happened was, I'll never forget it. We flew into LaGuardia, I think is the name of the airport in New York, or it's in Jersey, wherever it is, it's over up there. And we got a helicopter, man. They had a helicopter for us, and we flew over to the World Trade Center and landed on top of it. Came down the elevators, man, into the basement, and there were limousines waiting on us. We got in these limos, man, and we flew over to, we drove over to the Madison Square Garden, man. It was, well, now, wait a minute. Well, then we went to the hotel. Then we had to go to a sound check. That's when we went to the sound check. We was able to get inside pretty easily. But there were people all around, man. It hadn't even got dark yet, and there were people around the block waiting to get in this show. And when we got inside, we found out that all the equipment hadn't arrived. We didn't have all the drum kit. And we said, oh, fuck, what we gonna do? It just so happened that Chicago, I don't know, you remember the group Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were there. They had played that night before. And they said, well, you know, they wrote, he said, man, we staying up, we want to see this show. Because that was just like the show of the sister of the Battle of the Bands, actually it was. And we didn't have all the drums, so we said, well, go ask Earth, Wind, and Fire. We know they're on the show. We'll let us use their drum. And they came back and said, no. And we like to panic, oh, fuck, what we gonna do? So one of Chicago's roadies was there, man. He said, man, let me talk to the boys. Now, they'll probably let you use the drum. And they talked to roadies, talked to Chicago, and the Chicago said, hell yeah, we want to see the show. Anything they need is back in them flight cases, back in the back. So we got they drums, man, and we went into a huddle. It was like a football team against another football team. We wasn't expecting that from Earth, Wind, and Fire. We thought they would have a common courtesy, you know. And the motherfuckers told us no. That's what they do that for. We said, when we go up there, we're going to rock this house. And that's what we did, man. I mean, we tore that motherfucker down. You hear me? When the Earth, Wind, and Fire came on, the people was glad to see him and cheering and everything, but they was wore out, man. They kind of, you know, they enjoyed the show, but and then the newspaper went to work on it. Now, I don't remember what the headline read, but it was some shit, man. Earth, Wind, and Fire got burned up by the old house there. Fire, some kind of way they put fire in that car. We had fire out of one of them tunes. But anyway, we rocked the house, man. And the next day, the show was to go, I think it was a 31-nighter we were supposed to do with them. And they seen how powerful we really was. And they said, shit, man, we can't hang with them boys live on stage. And so when we left New York, we flew into Dayton, got on our bus, and then we went on into St. Louis. The next gig was that next night. It was in St. Louis. And them guys, you know, they closed the door. Wouldn't even let the bus in the stadium. They fired us. Said,
hey, Marshall.
Said, well, hey, give us our goddamn money, boy. We got to have our money. And they had no problem. Here's your money, man. We don't want y'all on our show no more. And we partied right there in the parking lot with all the fans, man.